Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the All Aces Podcast. Today, we don't have a guest, but we have a very special co-host today, or co-host and co-host. We're back with another internal today. We got a lot of exciting stuff for you. It's been a while. It's been a while, right, Dan?
It has been a while. The boys were on the road getting some really good ones. We can't release them just yet because the magnitude of the people that we had on the show, I don't want to fucking jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. So we're gonna move on into.
It really is big. So if you guys are watching at home, you're like, man, where have these guys been? We haven't done an actual internal. I think we missed 1 week. But the reason why is we were actually on the road. We went 3.5, almost 4 hours away. We woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to try. Actually, 3:30 in the morning, depending on who you ask. All the way to travel to get a pod episode, 2 pod episodes, just for you guys at home. That's gonna be huge. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you know what?
Can you say anymore?
I'm very bad at this, so I just want to move on because I'm gonna spill the name. I was about to say who it was or give some clues, but I don't want to.
You know, historically, Dan actually is the worst at surprises. So anytime you get him a birthday gift, anytime it's Christmas, if you have a surprise ready for him, I guarantee you, he's the worst. If you have a secret, he's a certified yapper, and it won't stay very long.
Yeah, so we need to sell the ship on this topic.
But that's besides the point. So moving past it so Dan doesn't yap too much, one thing I like to yap about, one thing that I'm excited about recently, if you guys haven't known, the San Francisco 49ers have broke the internet by signing some key free agent signings. That's going to be huge for us. Mike Evans, we signed Dre Greenlaw. We also signed
C. Kirk. Welcome to the Bay Area, baby.
Why do you say it like that, bro?
Oh, it's just from my boy Nick Bosa. I know he's going to be excited.
No, I'm not commenting on that one. I'll tell you that. So we got Christian Kirk. He's on there. We also got Dre Greenlaw. We got a new punter. We got the Steelers punter. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know at home, Daniel actually used to be a Steelers fan. I converted him the past couple of years. I converted him last year. Last year was your first year as a Niner fan,
he
right?
converted me. It was kind of like he was very you know, he tried very hard, kind of like the Jehovah's Witness where they come and knock on your door like a couple of times every year. He would do the same thing, knock on my door a few times every year, take me to games. He definitely lobbied me, but it worked. So now we're 49er faithful. Here we go. I got my keychain right here, my lanyard.
He's in it. And if you're watching this home but you're not a 49er fan, just know the more and more you watch this, caution, you may become a 49er fan.
You will get biased. Yeah, you will definitely convert. I'll put it that way.
What do you think of Dre Greenlaw, Mike Evans coming back? We also have, who else do we have? We have Christian Kirk.
Yeah, you know, I think, first of all, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense. So Greenlaw on the defensive end, he was already with the Niners. Showing before, I was kind of rooting for the Niners. I just love football in general. And when Greenlaw and Warner were running the backfield for the 49ers defense, dude, I mean, Greenlaw, he was always a dog. I was actually very sad. We talked about this when he left. It was like, dude, why would this guy leave? Like, it just made no sense. But whatever, you know, it's a business. So that's cool to see him come back. Dynamic game player or dynamic playmaker. And then Mike Evans, of course, the guy, he's just Mr. Automatic, big playmaker. And then Christian Kirk, you know, he's one of my favorite fantasy guys. And for a couple of years.
Well, he's a sleeper.
He's a sleeper. Like, he'll show up when you need to. You kind of have to be a whisperer, know when to play him, and know when he's going to have big games. But I think overall, it was cool to see that they added some depth and some pieces to areas that the team needed improvement on to kind of really make another long run. Because next year, you know, we kind of, there was a gift that we did this year for the Seattle Seahawks. But next year, we're going to put one on this finger.
The crazy thing is we have 5 already. So one of the things I want to address, too, is that online social media, if you haven't noticed, I've been posting a lot more 49ers content, right? I'm sure everyone can notice that. I posted a lot more. One of the things I've been hating, the arguments that I've been getting from Seahawks fans recently, has been that they always love to do the chirp, how long ago do your rings come from? So, for example, for the 49ers, we have 5 rings. We're one of the most prominent franchise in NFL history. We have 5 rings, right? But it's been a while, right? We've been letting other teams catch up to us. And the Seahawks are loving to say that they have 2 rings within this recent decade. They also have a loss, by the way. And that's their claim to fame. But it's like, to me, do rings not count if they've been longer than a decade?
You know, that is a very loaded question. But at the end of the day, they have to count. You can't discredit the work of the franchise. Because you're kind of comparing, like, because you're comparing the work that the franchise has put it historically, so you have to count them. Now, if it was kind of like like the Dolphins, you went undefeated, but you didn't get a ring. Like then you lose credibility, right? Like because okay, you did the work, but you don't have a ring to show for. So I think, in my opinion, this should still count.
Well, they do count. And the thing is, my idea is that we gave you 30 plus years to catch up to the 49ers in rings, and you still haven't caught up. So to me, that says more about your guys' franchise at home if you're a Seahawks fan than it does about the Niners.
That's a very good point. Honestly, that was I was kind of used to that argument too. 'Cause coming from the Steelers, right? Same thing. Another historic franchise, 6 rings. It was the same thing, but there hasn't been that many recent ones, you know. So, but it is what it is. It still counts. And if you think it doesn't, I think that's just like the rage bait coping.
Oh, it
comment.
is.
Yeah, they're in
I've
this
been getting
decade.
tons of comments, just the exact same thing, and it just goes around in a loop. How do they still count? They don't count. 30 years that you haven't caught up. I'm sick of it.
You know what? One ring that I'm disappointed that we missed. This
Don't
is
do
more.
it. Don't do it.
This is
Don't
more as a
do it.
country, and it just happened. The World Baseball Classic happened, and we were sitting here in the same spots, actually, same exact spots. I was sitting here, you were sitting there, and oh man, it was a rough game to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team USA disappoints again in the World Baseball Classic and loses to Venezuela. The most heartbreak I've ever been. Top 3 heartbreaks I've ever been. Let me tell you the 3. Number 1, can you guess?
Dude, but before this is AP's getting into like the Drake curse territory, bro. I mean, well, we have so we got the Yanks.
You're not wrong. So
And start off with the Yankees.
let's do a little context for it. So what is the
Okay.
Drake curse, by the way?
So the Drake curse is, if you don't know, is that every team that Drake roots for or posts for, he puts a jersey on and like posts about being at the game or something, or he's watching the game at home or wherever. That team fucking loses.
So much so that
In the big games.
So much so that people wait for Drake to put a bet on. As soon as Drake puts the bet on the whatever team he's going for, you place the mortgage on the other house.
Yes. So that's like a thing, right? Like he'll put the jersey on, he'll place a bet, so he'll be like, "Oh, go XYZ team," and people that literally moves the betting line. So AP, he's kind of getting to that. He's kind of getting to that freaking legendary GOAT salty status
I
because.
hate to accept it.
Yeah, my God.
Well, let me tell you. So to Dan's point, there's been 3 times, the 3 of the most disappointed heartbreak times I've ever had in my life. Can you guess what number 1 is? Number 1.
Niners Super Bowl.
Number 1, the Niners lose the Super Bowl, and I was there in Las Vegas to the Chiefs. Everything stacked up that we should have won. Christian McCaffrey was healthy. Everyone was healthy. And all of a sudden, Dre Greenlaw tears his Achilles running on the field. Freak accident. But I was there at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. I FaceTimed you.
Yeah.
It was legendary. I was crying. Just being there, I was a grown man crying. I was super excited.
You know, actually, no bullshit. This guy, he FaceTimed me. We were calling it. And beforehand, we were talking about it. He's like, yo, I got Rezzies at this badass steakhouse here in Las Vegas. I'm going to go. It's going to be a good old night. And then I have, like, the tickets, you know, because of the Super Bowl. So there's, like, mixers and shit going on. Like, I'm going to go have a good old time. And no shit. That obviously, the loss happens. Tragic. And this guy goes back to his room. And I didn't want to bug him because he was, like, on suicide watch. But then I hit him up. I'm like, yo, so how was the dinner? How was all the mixers? He's like, honestly, bro. Fucking lost, bro. There was nothing to celebrate. I just stayed in my room the whole time, bro. I stayed in my room. I didn't even put the TV on, bro. I just stayed in my room, watch fucking TikTok. That's it, bro.
I'm that fan, bro. So here's the thing. If you're a fan at home and your team loses the Super Bowl or the World Series and you go and celebrate after, you're not a real fan. That's a hot take, but there's no way you're a real fan because you can celebrate after your team loses. So what I did, post-Super Bowl loss, I took myself straight back to the hotel. I took off my jersey. I threw it in the trash. And mind you, one of the worst things about it, the whole way back to the hotel, I was carrying a bag this big. You want to know what it was filled with?
So with that Super Bowl memorabilia that was supposed to go up in price after the Niners won.
It was filled with every single thing you can buy from the Super Bowl. I had inflatable footballs. I had keychains. I had a pen. I had a baseball.
Popcorn
box.
bucket.
Everything you can buy at a Super Bowl, I had. And I wanted to throw everything away, but one thing in the back of my head, I was just fighting it. So I lugged back to the hotel, went back to the hotel. I think you ever go to sleep mad? Like you remember when you were growing up as a kid?
Yeah, you go
and
to
you
bed
got
mad.
spanked and you were just like crying.
You're like,
Yeah. That was me. Laying in the hotel bed, Las Vegas. Actually, I think the restaurant I was going to go to was the Golden Steer. Golden Steer, one of the most prominent, oldest restaurants in Las Vegas.
Fire steak.
Fire steak. I was going to go there. And I think they even called me as well. Hey, Mr. Penger, you still coming to reservation? I didn't answer. I'll be honest with you. I didn't answer. As soon as I answered, hey, Mr. Penger, you coming to the reservations? No words.
Yeah, gotta go. You know what? And also, too, if you don't know AP, he's always been very ride or die for the 49ers because he was telling me stories about when he was a kid and, he'd be at church, so he couldn't really watch the game, so he was trying to keep up with it. But when he comes out of church and he catches up on the score and the Niners would lose, what would little tiny child, young AP, what would he do when the Niners lost?
Oh, I wouldn't talk to no one. I would go home, wouldn't talk to no one. You have the parents asking, what's wrong, mijo? Staring out the window as if I just went through it.
Crying out.
Went through a bad breakup
tear,
or something.
Yeah, a little tear coming out in the back seat.
Actually, that's
rough.
my first heart loss ever. My first heartbreak ever came at church. Nothing to do with religion, actually. Nothing to do with that. But what happened was, you guys remember the Ravens Super Bowl loss against the Niners?
Yes.
I watched that in church.
Sunday, you had to.
And mind you, so my parents were so dedicated to going to church that we started the Super Bowl party off, and we got to watch the first quarter and a half, almost second quarter. And it was time to go to church.
All right, we got to go to church, mijo.
So we went to church, and I'm not complaining about it. We went, but I selfishly did watch a little bit. I had my phone right here a little bit, was looking down for watching the Super Bowl. And you want to know how much restraint it takes to hold back a couple of F-bombs, a couple of not so happy words. In church. Oh, yeah. His tears running down my face in church like this, sitting.
Was just fighting for his life. Gosh, I can't even picture that. That's despair, bro.
But it's a long lineage of heartbreak. And so if you know me, the Niners have always been number one in my heart. My grandma's the one that got me into that. We'll talk about that a little bit later in another story. But my grandma, she's the one that got me into it. Ever since I was young, my whole family's been Raider fans. And she was the only 49er fan in my whole family. And for me, she was like a mom to me. She helped raise me. So for me, I was like, you know what? I'm rocking with the Niners. I'm rocking with my grandma. And ever since then, it was always me and her growing up. And then my other grandma as well, my grandma Rita, she became a Niner fan. Yeah. She's rocking with me as well. But the Niners. So hopefully this is the year. But that's number one. Number two, heartbreak.
But is that the origin story for the AP curse though? Watching it in church?
Whoa!
That might be the origin story right there.
Bro, you accumulated so much bad karma, dog. You're ruining it for all the Niner fans in the world.
How can that be bad karma? I showed up to church.
Maybe,
but you're not present in the service,
but
bro.
So that's worse than staying home and playing hooky, not going to church?
But the right thing to do would have been to be present in the service and then caught up with the score later.
Maybe the next Super Bowl you might just don't watch it and go to
church.
Service. Yeah, and be 100%
make up for it, bro. Make up for it.
In that one time, and then everything after that will be.
Wow, Mark. Hey, like Steve Jobs said, where you can only connect the dots looking backwards, brother. And I think we just connected a major dot.
I think that's the origin story right there.
That might be the origin story. You're right. I'm not accepting it. Here's the thing. I'm not in it. But we're gonna. Yeah, that's okay. Then we're gonna let you guys decide at home. You guys.
Let's go to the second heartbreak. Let's go to the second heartbreak.
Yeah. Let me know down in the comments about that one. Second heartbreak ever. Can you guys guess what it is? It's sports related, guys. Nothing to do with the chicken. It's sports related.
Yeah, I thought it was Jeopardy. What is the World Series of baseball with the New York Yankees?
What is it being present for a couple games of the World Series?
You had to take it there.
You know what? The worst part is that you were at New York, at Yankee Stadium. You went to give. I don't want to take the thunder from you, sir, but you got to tell the story because this is when the tide shifted, and this is kind of when the nails in the coffin started getting hammered in, dude.
But wasn't he also at a Dodger Stadium game too for the World Series?
I went to both. So I went to the LA World Series game. Yankees versus Dodgers, LA, drive-through hours. I got my jersey on. I'm ready to go.
Got to see Ice Cube?
I got to see Ice Cube. Ice Cube down. He's like, bow down. He's playing his song, whatever. I was booing him off the stage.
Which game was that? Game 1?
That was game. No, it wasn't game 1. I believe it was game. I think it might have been game 2. It wasn't the Freddie Freeman one, I'll tell you that. So it was just actually the game after the Freddie Freeman bomb to walk off. I went there, and in my head, they need AP. They got to have some good luck in there. So I'm there. Game 2, vibes are high. Even though we just lost game 1, I'm ready to go. And I walk in. Vibes are good.
Walking into anime territory, getting loose.
Music's going. I got my jersey. We're taking some pictures, right? We're rolling. And all of a sudden, the game just starts taking a turn. It did not go our way. So long story short, we lost that game in Los Angeles. I still have high hopes. If you didn't know anything about me, can't tell yet, I am a delusional, absolutely psychotic sports fan where it doesn't matter the result of the game. I will believe in my team to the end. And so, sure enough, we actually had a New York trip planned for that same week or the week after, I believe. And it just so happens that the Yankees are playing Game 5 World Series one day before I was supposed to get to New York. I think I was supposed to get to New York the 31st. They were there on the 30th. Game 5. I moved my flight. I call American Airlines. Hey, AP's got to go. You got to switch my flight. So I go all the way over there. We move everything. We get an extra hotel for the game. We show up, and that was the game that the Yankees were up 5-0.
And I think that's where the heartbreak begins, because you're like, okay, we got this in the bag. They just needed to come, to the Bronx Bombers' backyard, and now you're making things happen. You're feeling good. You're like, you know what?
The whole place is rocking. Jazz hits a home run. Judge, I believe, hits a home run. We are just 5-0. It's sixth inning. On that one, that's probably the best seats I've ever gotten. I was right on the first base side, all the way first row.
Yep.
I can touch the dirt of the World Series. I am ready to go. And we're winning. And then all of a sudden, I get hungry. I said, wow, this ballpark food is calling my name. I want to go check it out. If you don't know, New York Yankees have the best ballpark food in the world, which we'll get to in a little bit. But hey, we're up 5-0. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Yeah, statistically speaking, nothing bad can really happen, right? It's like there's sixth inning, you're up 5-0. It would quite literally take a miracle.
It would take a miracle, or what's the opposite of a miracle? What is the opposite of that?
Catastrophe.
A catastrophe. And all of a sudden, I have a Yankee Stadium, Cats, or Yankee Stadium. What's the pastrami? No, it's Cats is not there though. Yankee Stadium, Low Bells, pastrami. I have some of the best meat in the world in my mouth. I also have.
Whoa, pause. Hold on, pause. You gotta say pause, brother.
Pause.
You can't rip that one without a pause.
I have a side of some of the best garlic bread you'll ever have in your life with some sweet marinara sauce. And I am just over cloud nine. I got a margarita in me. I got a Bronx Bomber. If you don't know, if you're at the stadium, you go get a Bronx Bomber. It's a blue margarita. Chef's kiss. Long story short, I start to hear some commotion. People start standing up. I look over to my left. I start to see Garrett Cole go like this. All of a sudden, they get to first base, and they didn't throw the ball to first base because no one covered first base. Then all of a sudden, I look to my left. Next couple plays, I see Aaron Judge drop the ball in center field, and it just takes a turn for the worse.
Insane.
So I run back to my seats. I tell Carissa, hey, we have to go back to our seats. The Yankees, Bronx Bombers need us back in our seats to cheer them on. I go back to my seats. I rush as fast as I could. I get through security. And as soon as I sit down, the guys next to me, super sweet family, he said, man, where were you? What happened? Where did you go? The Yankees needed us. And all of a sudden, the lead's gone. 5-5. They catch up. Before you know it, game ends. We lose the World Series. And I see the confetti fall for the Los Angeles Dodgers in Yankee Stadium when I'm from the Central Valley.
That is disgusting,
And
brother.
my entire New York trip is ruined.
That is disgusting. You know what? You know what else ruined that though? The boy Fat Joe, bro. Why the fuck we gotta have Fat Joe?
Joe should have not been there. I'll tell you. Crazy story. You won't believe it. This is my first time at Yankee Stadium ever in my life. Dream come true. It's at the World Series game, Game 5. We lost. Okay. But besides the point, before the loss, I was running up the Uber. We took an Uber there from the hotel. Huge line down the street. We get off on the Uber. We have to get off on foot. It's too long of a line. We're going to be late. We start sprinting all the way toward Yankee Stadium. As we walk up, it's a picture-perfect moment like in a movie where I'm almost in tears, emotional. I see Yankee Stadium for the first time in person. It's amazing. I look to my left. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who I see?
Skinny Joe, baby.
I say Fat Joe in a Maybach to my left, in line, waiting to get into Yankee Stadium. I see him on my left. And I said, Joe, what's up, brother? I said,
It hits you with the Maybach. Window goes up. Shh.
he hit me with the most too cool for school ever nod. Gave me a nod. That's it. I said, all right. And it was at that moment that I knew Alicia Keys wasn't there to save us, and neither were the Yankees.
Yeah, you know. I mean, at that moment, if I'm the Yanks, bro, if I'm the Yanks and I'm seeing, and like I just seen Ice Cube just put on like the performance of his fucking life, and like I need to get the crowd into this fucking game because we're already down.
And yeah, the first person, most famous person in New York. Yeah,
let's get Fat Joe. Dog, what? What about my boy Jay-Z, bro? How does that even make any
Jay-Z,
sense?
Alicia Keys, Beyonce.
In New
Well,
York.
who else is from New York? Who's a big New York artist?
50 Cent. But there's so many
50
bangers.
Cent's from New York?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they had like the most deepest bag of freaking rappers, legendary rappers they could have chose from. And they were like, yeah, you know what, Fat Joe, that's him. He's gonna
50
open up,
Cent
dog.
could have walked out from center field with a bulletproof vest on.
That's what I'm saying.
Manny,
How
man.
hyped are you gonna, dude? Come on. Where's that? And I can't
That would have
see
been crazy.
Bro, now Aaron Judge instead of dropping the ball, he fucking catches it, throws a fucking gun to freaking first base, and next thing you know, different timeline.
That's Heartbreak too.
That
by the
was
way.
that was Heartbreak too. I was
We're-
gonna say
we're a lot of Heartbreak
we're
too.
Heartbreak too.
I'm giving you context to
For the AP
AP's
curse.
possible Drake curse that I have.
You know what, dude?
I'm
It's
trying to break it.
It's 3 though, because the third one.
Yeah, it's already into your comment section. They already know. They see a jersey on AP. They already know it's.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey.
call it yet.
That's
Oh,
doomed.
and you know what's funny? We'll pop up a screenshot. But I have yesterday. I had 3 or 4 people just yesterday.
Is this your third heartbreak?
Yes, 3 or 4 people just yesterday. Automatically, I had one person that didn't even watch the game. He says, "Let me guess, the team you're rooting for lost." He didn't even know. He didn't even watch the game. But yes, third heartbreak has to be Captain America, Aaron Judge, and Team USA in the World Baseball Classic lose to Venezuela in heartbreaking fashion. Horrible.
You know what? I'm an Aaron Judge guy. That's my first Yankee jersey ever. 99, Mr. Judge, the man, the myth, the legend, Captain America. What was wrong with them, dude? What happened there?
Nothing's wrong with them. Here's the thing.
AP was rooting for them. That's what.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Hey, you know what, Aaron? You know what? You're right, Mark.
Dude, he saw.
take
he
that
saw
back.
AP sitting front seat. That's why he dropped the ball, bro.
I was in the sitting front seat. I was sitting at my home here.
I'm talking about the World Series. I'm going back to the World Series. He saw you sitting front row. He dropped the ball. He's like, "Fucking guy, dude."
He's gonna hate to see me coming next week. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, yeah. USA baseball, Venezuela won. Shout out to Venezuela though. You know they had a lot of turmoil, so that's good for them.
This might be the biggest tragedy and upset in USA baseball
But
history.
you know what? I do want to play a little devil's advocate though, because the USA versus the DR, the Dominican Republic game, that was a very controversial last pitch, last strike.
Here's the thing. It's called framing.
I understand
the
it was
game.
called framing. Just you can make the case that maybe the DR, the Dominican Republic, should have been there and not the U.S. to begin with. Did you see that call?
I didn't see the call, but honestly, the World Baseball Classic has a lot of dogs in it when it comes to the teams.
That's
Like,
true.
It's very competitive. You know, it's not like women's softball where USA.
All
Wow.
right, wait a minute, brother. Mark
Mark doesn't have a camera on and he
Hey,
just got to lose. That's crazy.
You know what? The comments and statements made on this podcast by the guests do not reflect how the feelings and emotions on certain topics of the hosts
You
and
play
the
women's
production
softball,
team.
I stand with you. That's crazy.
But they wanted to take it out of the Olympics because the USA would always win.
But that's yeah.
They wanted to take it out.
Yeah, I
Like,
see
that's
what
what
you know
I'm
what?
saying,
They win. Okay, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. USA
Okay.
baseball,
Saying that they always
softball's
win.
good.
Yeah, they always win.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, you know what?
Like,
It's-
it was so bad that they wanted to take it out of the Olympics.
Yeah, we gotta get some PR classes.
Yeah, but they have. But at the end of the day, USA baseball is their sport. And if you look at the USA roster,
It's America's pastime. Come on now, bro.
It is. And if you look at the USA roster that we have,
Oh my
you have Aaron
God.
Judge, you have Bryce Harper,
Bro.
you have Schwarber, you have Cal Raleigh on the bench, you have Bregman, you have Gunnar Henderson, you have Roman Anthony. The team is stacked. So there's
Super
no
stacked.
way we should have lost. But, ladies and gentlemen, we lost. But all I'm saying is Aaron Judge hates to see me coming because, ladies and gentlemen, I will be at opening day next week. Yankees versus Giants, Wednesday night on Netflix, live. First game of the season, opening day. I'm there.
Yeah, you could already punch the Giants win and because AP's showing up.
You know, we're going to play back this clip.
Hey,
So,
Giants fan, rejoice.
here's the thing. If we win that game, curse is broken.
Hey, you know what? AP might reverse psychology. Where you might wear, you got to learn more on one of your Giants jerseys, bro.
What do you guys think? Should I wear the opposite team jersey and just try it out? Imagine if I wore a Logan Webb jersey and he just tears his ACL. What happens?
Honestly,
That'd be crazy.
hey,
Knock on wood. I don't wish anyone bad, but
yeah, that's true. That is somebody's life. But you know what? If that does happen, well, we're gonna start buying you some jerseys, bro, and just going the other way. We're gonna go on Kalshi, on Poly Market, on Price Picks, and we're just gonna put in the mortgage on there.
But it is going to be crazy. Opening day. Opening day is arguably the second best day throughout the year, maybe behind Christmas. Opening day is right there.
Opening day for baseball.
Opening day baseball.
You don't think week 1 NFL?
That's a strong. They're competing right there for number 2, but it's definitely going to be a big game. And the crazy thing about this one is it's broadcast live on Netflix.
I don't think they've
I don't believe so. First ever time opening day is live on Netflix. Yankees versus Giants. Yankees. Aaron Judge is about to show out. Aaron Judge. You ever seen the kid that just? It's like. Have you ever seen the Arthur meme with the
fist?
The fist.
Yeah.
That's going to be Aaron Judge taking out his anger for all the hate he got, getting Team USA to the championship game. Then he got a bad game, but he's going to do that, take out his anger on the Giants, and Mark my words, he's going to hit a home run. Watch.
He's going to send them to the water. Honestly, is this so-called AT&T Park?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's called Oracle Park.
Oracle Park. That's
Giants
right.
fan doesn't know ball.
Wow. I was thinking
Wow.
of Covey Cove the whole time.
That's
I wasn't,
crazy.
I wasn't thinking though.
You know what's? You know what I'm looking forward to? I mentioned a little bit earlier is the ballpark food. Going to stadiums versus going to ballparks, MLB stadium. Let me say that. Going to NFL stadiums versus MLB ballparks, the food is way better, a million times better at MLB ballparks.
Really?
Guaranteed.
But you know what? Actually, I have seen, especially the Yankees one is super famous. They have a ton of famous shit. But then the Giants in Oracle Park, I just seen a TikTok too. They had some crazy fucking items.
So at
on the
Oracle
menu.
Park, they're supposed to have the best crab cake sandwich. They have that there. They have the Ghirardelli there. They have tons of desserts. And then depending on the ticket that you get, there's tickets where you can get access to. I think it's called the Audi Dugout Club or the Blue Show Club. And the food there is a buffet, but really high quality.
They have the Alaskan Airline section. Food's right behind you.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm most excited about. Maybe get a little. I don't even like fish, but I feel like since it's so good, I probably would try the lobster roll.
Well, you have to. Lobster's not even a fish, bro. It's a
But even then,
crustacean.
other ballparks we've been to, Los Angeles Angels, they have really good food. We went there last year.
Yeah,
Right?
they got
Versus
some
Yankees.
banger hot dogs.
The hot dogs was ginormous, maybe like this big. What else do they have? They have
Well, they have the cookies.
the cookies
The little
at
cookies.
Angel Stadium. If you go out
The
to the
little
truck,
bucket.
oh, it's amazing. And
Yeah,
then,
you have to. Actually, so much where we got some mid game, and then there's a when
Yeah,
the
we
game
did.
ends, and the next line you have to wait in is for the cookies, the cookie stand, the cookie truck, because they just sell like buckets of like these tiny like hot fucking cookies that are so delicious. Chocolate chip, nothing crazy by the way. Like these cookies are not crazy. They're just regular good old chocolate chip cookies, but they're small, they're gooey, they're oh my gosh.
Yankee
We gotta go
Stadium. They have, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, but they have the garlic bread, really, really good. They also have Lobel's.
The
meat
world
there.
famous.
World famous there.
Literally
Probably
world
some of the
famous.
best meat you can have in New York. That's right there in Yankee Stadium. They have a tiramisu hat. They have a couple new things that are upcoming. Dodger Stadium, I am a Yankee fan, but I will admit, Dodger Stadium, they have tons of good food as well. It's because Ohtani's there, Korean has taken over the stadium. So they have a Korean bucket where they have this sweet, spicy teriyaki chicken with fries.
Yeah.
Really good. They have a hot dog that's probably about as big as this couch, I would say. Huge. Not even a Dodger dog, it's something bigger.
Oh.
So all that compared to, I am a 49er fan, but if you go to Levi Stadium, the food is the worst food I've ever had.
It's like a high school stadium. You're gonna get.
It's
food
worse
like
than a
that.
high school stadium.
Yeah.
The high school stadiums at least have Frito boats. They don't even have Frito boats over here. So I tried. they
They
have.
got the hot Cheetos with the nacho cheese. Go ahead, pop the bag open, put some nacho cheese.
I
on
tried the
please.
chow mein before. They have chow mein at Levi Stadium. I tried that. It's not very good.
Yeah, I've tried a lot of different things they're doing. It's just
The burger's
a lot
decent.
it's forgettable. A lot of stuff is forgettable.
They have chicken strips. They have fries. One thing I will say is I haven't eaten at the luxury,
Like the club.
the club
Yeah.
at Levi, so I want to try that. We'll probably try that this year
Yeah.
just to give it a fair shot. But even at Yankee Stadium, some of the other ballparks, you don't even have to sit in the premium clubs
To get good food.
to get good food. It's really good either way. Well, that's ballpark and stadium food. But besides that, I am going to be in San Francisco. And in San Francisco, have you guys ever heard of the place called House of Prime Rib in San Francisco?
The best prime rib in the whole wide world is served. That's their specialty, bro. Like people come from all over the world just to have the best prime rib in the world. That's like a thing, by the way.
No, it really is.
Yeah.
You see celebrities there. All the 49er players were there. Kittle was there. All kinds of 49er players were there. So that's the spot to be. After we get the big win, Yankees versus Giants, we're going right to House of Prime Rib in San Francisco, and we're going to have the time of our life.
Hit the celly.
Hit the celly with the prime rib.
Hey.
Or
Well, that's cool.
or they're gonna say, hey, are you still coming for your reservation, AP? And you're gonna just hang up.
I was in Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. I get your joke. That's good. All right. Yeah. But it's good because we're going to be in San Francisco. So this time I'm not going to have to travel all the way to Las Vegas just for that. That time I did. I traveled all the way to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl and the Golden Steer. This time I'm going to be there already, which is good.
You might as well enjoy the city, dude.
I got to enjoy it. And honestly, I will say, since I'm such a big foodie, I will drive and make the trip just for food. And I have.
You do, actually. This guy's like manic about food. Where he'll be like, yeah, I'm like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, yeah, I think we're going to go all the way to LA, bro. We're going to go get Sonny's.
What is, for the people at home, Sonny's Pizza is the best pizza I've had in California by far. Maybe top 2 pizzas I've ever had in the world.
That good.
You tried it. What did you think of it?
I think it was really good. I wouldn't say like the best pizza in the world for me. I think, honestly, bro, Mianez is probably better than Sonny's. Just being real.
Bro, that's crazy.
No, I'm just kidding. You know what? It was really, really good. I don't want to say Mianez is better than it or not. You know, I think different styles of pizza, but Sonny's was really good. But this guy, he will literally just make the drive out to LA just to try, what's that coffee place, dude?
Community Goods.
Community Goods.
Yeah,
Fucking
good.
spams it. The Sonny's. And what was that? What was the other spot? The new spot you discovered? Alba.
In Los Angeles. Some of the best A5 Wagyu steak I've ever had in my life. They had a certain type of bread, too. They had a nice bread. The pasta was really good. Really good food.
How far is it too far for traveling for food, though? Like, how far is somebody willing to travel? How far are you willing to travel to go eat something that you really like?
Well, obviously, New York has tons of good spots, but I'm not going to go to New York this weekend just for that.
Yeah, because sometimes you hear celebrities like the Kardashians, like they'll send the PJ over to Paris just to get a certain type of cake or something just to come back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have it like the Kardashians all day, I wouldn't even be drinking this right now. I'd probably be drinking a Bronx Bomber from Yankee Stadium right now. It's so good.
But for you right now, AP, I know you go to LA a lot, but what's like the farthest that you're willing to drive for some good food? Where you're like, you know what, I want to go eat this. It's worth the drive.
On a weekend, living in the Central Valley right now, I would definitely go all the way to Los Angeles or San Francisco just for food.
Damn.
Easily.
What about, do you think?
Well, that's one of the greatest things about being in the Central Valley, right?
Yeah.
We're right in the middle of everything. We're 3 hours away from LA, 3 hours away from San Francisco. So if you're in the Central Valley, you really should take time and appreciate where you're at, because if you're in San Francisco, it takes, 6-7 hours just to get to LA?
Probably more.
Probably not more.
Yeah.
And then if you're in LA, it takes another 7 hours-ish
Vice versa,
to get to San Francisco.
That's crazy.
We have 3 hours.
And that sounds kind of crazy because, you're still driving 3 north, 3 south. But would you kind of have access, within a day trip, you can go have the best prime rib in the whole world. You can go have one of the best pizzas in LA, arguably, and come back the same day.
Oh, old school cinnamon rolls in Pismo. Probably the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had in my life.
Honestly, the bacon one.
It also depends when you have it, though. You have to have it 7, 8 in the morning. It's almost worth waking up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like when we go over there, like last year we were there for like a week for like, it was like Father's Day / my birthday. So every fucking morning, no bullshit, we were at the hotel. Just walked from the hotel every single morning. Cinnamon rolls, got it. Came back to the home. Now, one other thing that is horrible in the coast, especially Central Coast right there in Pismo, is like the coffee, bro. The coffee spots out there. I know you don't drink a lot of coffee.
I drink zero coffee.
Zero coffee.
All I drink is, you can't see it right now, I have my koozie on, but energy drinks.
But
all day
dude,
long.
the coffee out there, I've tried probably 90% of the coffee shops over there. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is.
Something in the water.
It's something in the water. It's something. It must be the salt in the water, dude. But it doesn't. Dude, I don't know. It doesn't hit. There's one place though that did have probably the best Americano out of like all of the coffee shops, and I think it was called Scorpion Coffee Shop. I think I remember it correctly. But yeah, the whole week that I was there, dude, I tried like 2-3 coffee shops a day. Brother, rough out there for a pimp.
Well, if you like good coffee, if you like anything, you like good food, one of the things you guys at home should try, and you should definitely be there, is the Yes Chef Food Festival in Los Angeles, happening March 28th and 29th, having some of the best food in the entire world in Los Angeles for 2 days. They're all going to be there. Some New York spots, one of the best pizza spots in New York is
flying out.
Flying out just to be there.
That's crazy.
They're
you know
cutting
what?
a big bluefin tuna right in front of everyone.
I've seen that. You don't even like sushi, bro.
I know, it's just for the lore.
Damn.
Have you ever seen a big bluefin tuna cut?
No, I haven't actually. You're right. So that's a good point. But it's funny because he was trying to sell me on going with him. He's like, "Oh, you should go. You should go." And I was like, I don't know, because the chef guy. If you don't know, he's like a big food influencer, probably one of the biggest food influencers in the world, and he kind of eats a little bit of everything. Actually, recently he's been going to a lot of like the Mexican spots, like the raspado spots and marisco spots in LA. So it's cool because he's been kind of putting on for like every culture. So he's not just like a guy that goes and like eats at the Michelin star restaurants. Like he tries a little bit of everything. So it's really cool.
Well, at there, they're gonna have Bad Bunny's favorite tacos. Tacos La Villa is gonna be there. And Espresso is gonna be there if you like coffee. Lobel's from New York City.
It's coming out.
Is gonna be there at Yes Chef Food Festival.
Yeah.
Easy Street Burgers, great smash burgers. They're gonna be there. Keith Lee's one of his favorite smash burger spots. They're gonna be there. They're gonna have caviar bumps there.
We got the whole. He's got the whole roster
there.
Memorized. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of sad I didn't get my tickets. I might still get them because he was telling me about it. I'm like, dude, like how? Like I just saw like influencer food festival. Like if you've probably seen a lot of the influencer events that get put on, and dude, honestly, like let's just be real. A lot of the influencer events that get put on, they're not that good. So I was like, whatever. But then I seen the one he had in New York. And I sent the TikTok to him, and I was like, yo, like, this guy's legit. Like, he had the bluefin tuna, and he was like, I told you, bro, you act like AP doesn't know ball, bro. Which, actually, when it comes to food, this guy does know ball, I'll give him that one. But yeah, that's exciting. That's crazy. I didn't know he was flying out the spots from fucking New York.
They're going to be there. The pizza spot I was talking about from New York is called Mama Two's Pizza. They're going to be there. Mondo's eyes lit up because he's edited a video that I did with that one. They're going to be there. Actually, it's called Villa's Tacos. Villa's Tacos is going to be there. Bad Bunny's favorite tacos. Tacos 1986 is going to be there. Tacos Los Cholos is going to be there. Every major food spot that you know around here and even other spots is coming in for the Yes Chef Food Festival. I'm telling you, this guy's pulling out all the stops. So if you're watching this at home and your mouth's not watering, or if your mouth is watering, make sure you get your tickets. I would say it's worth VIP if you're a big foodie.
Yeah, but it was cool because, like, honestly, like, just watching the TikTok, I kind of went down the rabbit hole. And they had people walking around with, like, free bites and stuff. And then, like, some of the restaurants that are there, they're still giving out freebies and a bunch of stuff. So, I don't know. From what I saw, I was like, it's worth like you said, though, the VIP ticket looks pretty fire.
It's crazy. Yeah, I got one to join AP. You can go two different sessions, I believe. So, I'm going to go in the morning, early afternoon, and then for lunch, and then also go back again later for dinner. Whole day, I'm going to be there.
What are you looking forward to getting, though? Because, like, are you going to try new stuff or are you going to go to the stuff that you already know from New York?
So here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe at home you guys can tell me. What's the strat with that? If you go to a spot where you want to try everything, what do you do? Because to me, it's so hard if you really like something like Lobel's, Mama Two's Pizza, Villa's Tacos, Tacos Los Cholo, all these great spots that I listen. Some of them that I didn't even mention, like all the Easy Street Burger, all these other spots that are going to be there. Once I taste that it's good, it is extremely hard for me to only take one bite and put it down. I don't know. Is that the same way for you guys? Or
honestly, dude, I'm kind of like I fall for the gluttony, bro. I just eat it all and I just keep on going.
That's the thing. But you can't eat everything. But for sure there, I want to try everything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast for 15 days before.
How much is enough, though? Like, how do you have enough of something? You like 1 or 2 bites? Is that enough?
That's the thing. If it's good, enough is finishing the whole thing.
Just take some Tupperware. Take it to go. Reheat it at home, bro.
Definitely take some Tupperware. Maybe I do take Tupperware if they allow it, for sure.
And you got to do like the TikToks, like eating egg gummies and trying the local Thai place, bro, and just smack the egg gummies. Yeah, those are crazy. I honestly, on a side note, I don't know how people. Have you seen those, by the way, where they take the egg gummies?
I haven't. What is that? What's gummies?
The gummy, it's like a THC gummy.
Oh, okay.
Dude. So there's like a white girl. There's like a lot of these people. And there's some that do like a parody of them. But what they're doing like the THC gummies, and they smack them. I don't know how you're conscious at a restaurant eating at that point. They just like go egg gummies. Egg gummies, by the way, like, bro, one gummy arguably probably puts a lot of people to sleep like for the day. So 8 gummies. That's crazy when people do it. But maybe that's what you got to do, bro. We got to get you some gummies.
It could be low dose.
Well, I told you guys,
Bro,
even
but
if
even
you go
yeah,
back to the culture episode that we did, I've never done any of that.
What's that?
THC, the gummy stuff, puff stuff. It's just not my thing.
If this hits 100 likes, AP is taking 8
100
gummies
likes,
to the
you're
dome
crazy, bro.
for the
Well,
food
what, okay,
festival.
but what if it's an enhanced? It's like a PED, but for eating, bro.
I mean, there has to be a PED or what do the food contest guys do? So for example,
Well, they're
Joey
trained
Chestnut,
like the Matt Stoney and those guys, bro. Honestly, I was a
Joey
big.
Chestnut. What does Joey Chestnut do to scarf down 80 hot dogs?
Well, let me see. Do you know who Matt Stoney is?
No, I don't.
So Matt Stoney, that was like Joey Chestnut's nemesis. But I grew up watching Matt Stoney on YouTube, and this dude, they train their stomach. Like they would go to McDonald's. You ever watch Matt Stoney? You ever watch Matt Stoney? The
No,
little
but
Asian guy?
I know
Yeah,
that they
him
would
with the headband.
I
He
know
had the
that they would
headband.
eat, shrimp because it helps your stomach expand.
Well, dude, this guy would just eat a lot, bro. It's like practice. It's like a muscle. Do you know what's funny? Because you've told me this before. Like when you cheat days, because this guy fucking goes crazy on his cheat days, and like one of his I don't want to call it a kink, but he sends
Yeah,
like a
I don't even,
picture of
bro.
it.
Yeah.
He sends like a picture of like all the food he eats, and like my Saturdays are my cheat days too. But I can't keep up with the amount of food this guy consumes, and I'm like, dog, like, are you really eating all that? And then like I won't hear a reply for like a while, maybe an hour or two, and he'll send me another picture of like all the containers fucking empty, and then he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, hell yeah, little bro. The stomach is a muscle. You gotta work it out. Well, that's what it is, though. That's what it
I
is.
did say that. Did I really say that?
Yeah, you said that. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like that. It's fucking impressive. Like I'm impressed. Cause then he wakes up Monday morning, he still has asthma and shit. So, but yeah, it's cool. But the Matt Stoney guy, he would do the same thing. And actually, fun fact, me and my, I don't know if it's like a stepdad, adopted dad, whatever, like we would take inspiration from him. And then one time we were like, oh, we're going to see how many chicken nuggets we can eat. So we went to McDonald's, got like 200 chicken nuggets. Honestly,
Literally 200?
200, yeah. But dude, this was like back in the day. I was probably like 1920. So like, dude, McNuggets were like, yeah, cheap, bro. Yeah. It was like the dollar menu was still a thing when this happened, by the way. And if you're Gen Z and you don't know, we're Unk. You should be able to get McDoubles for 99 cents, bro.
5 for 40 nuggets.
5 for 40. Yeah. No, yeah, it was. It was that cheap.
And
And
2 for 20.
stupid, dude. It's fucking
crazy.
stupid. But I ate 60 chicken McNuggets that day and like 2 McDoubles. And ever since that day, I was like, I don't know if it ever happened, but you eat so much of one thing where it kind of grosses you out. And I was like literally sick to my stomach with the chicken nuggets. And since that day, which was like almost 10 years ago now that I think about it, damn, I am Unk. Damn. I have never had it. Like, I've never ordered chicken nuggets at McDonald's. But anyways, I say all that because you just got to train, little bro.
I think I do. I got to train my muscles. So maybe every single weekend leading up to it,
Ooh, I like that.
I just have to go crazy with it.
Super crazy with
But
it.
I got to stick with a diet. Maybe I got to, I don't know. I'm going to figure out something. But I want to try every single thing at that festival
I mean, I
and
feel like
just
you have
go
to for sure, yeah.
crazy with it.
Damn.
If I'm not walking out of the festival with 50 pounds heavier, I didn't do it right. Yeah.
Damn. You know what? The only thing stopping me from there, like when we went to Sonny's, it's like my stomach, bro. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, everybody here knows me, dude. Like, food just goes right through me, dude. And we went to Sonny's. AP made a joke that it was because of that. I'm lactose intolerant. And Sonny's Pizza, it is fucking fire. Probably the best pizza in LA. And I had to use the restroom out of way. And so we're driving here with the guys.
No, he's like grade 10 lactose because
Grade
I'm also lactose and it was not the same for me.
Okay, but he had to throw me under the bus. But yeah, that is true. I would say, I guess I'm like a grade 10, you know? But it's good clarification. But we're driving down the road, and, well, there's two things, right? We're about to leave. We get in the car. I'm in the car. And we get to the corner, because Sonny's is in a corner. So we're about to go, like, I think it's Melrose, right? It's Melrose right there. It's Melrose. So it's like
We,
a
we
Melrose.
drive 20 feet.
20 feet. Literally 20 feet. Like, we're fucking parked right next to, like,
How
the
far is
corner.
20 feet? That's a couple seconds away, right?
Dog, like,
the
we
car
were
just
in-
rolled.
Yeah,
The car
the
literally
Yeah, the
just
car
rolled.
rolled, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'm going to go back into Sonny's and go, because, like, this is coming out of me.
It
already.
wasn't all right. It was let me jump out of the car, let you get honked at while I'm jumping out of the car and run away.
Yes,
And
and we're at the
you're
corner,
screwed.
and
You're
he's
screwed
trying to
because you
go
have to
because we
go.
have to go straight. Like we have to cross Melrose, and I get out because I'm like, dude, there's no way. I'm not seeing a restroom nearby, and like I'm getting like a panic attack and shit. I'm like, I gotta get out the fucking car. So I open the fucking door, run into Sonny's. I look at the guy, and I wave him again because he already saw me come into the restroom twice. So it was like embarrassing. But I go in there, do my thing, come out. And then, Mark and them, I was in there for like a tiny bit, like enough time where they looped around the block. They spin the block. I get back in the car, and then we go. And now we finally I get in the car. We get across Melrose, and literally what, like maybe another minute. if that?
We cross the lights, and immediately you got to pull over, bro. You got to pull
Yeah,
over.
I'm like,
I
yo,
did?
I'm like, actually, I didn't want to cross the light. I was like, dog, you got to go into this fucking alley because I don't want to go back into Sonny's because this guy's gonna be like, what is this guy fucking doing in my restroom? And Marco's like, bro, we're not fucking going into the alley, bro. We're gonna keep on going. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm gonna shit my pants right now, bro.
It's not just an alley. It's houses. Like, it's a neighborhood. There's a
Say,
school.
bro, it's all right.
There's a school.
Just open the
these are
door.
not
2 blocks.
Fresno neighborhoods. This is Melrose, Hollywood.
There's a school 2 blocks.
Nice neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah.
$1 million houses.
So, anyways, so Mark didn't let me get out the car, and I was like, all right. So, like, now I'm like fucking full anxiety mode. My adrenaline's fucking pumping. Like, my eyes are like my reticular activation system is looking for somewhere to find a restroom in. And I see a fucking porta potty in a construction site. You know, LA, there's always construction, you know. So it's like this 3-story building had like construction. It's like a commercial building. And there was a porta potty. So I'm like, all right, dog, like, stop right here because I'm going to go to this porta potty. So we stop.
I spotted the porta.
Yeah,
potty
he did
for
spot
you.
the party. He did spot it. He did spot it. We stop middle of the fucking road, and it's a busy road, bro. It's like LA, like Melrose area, like it's fucking packed, like peak traffic, because it was already like 4:35 p.m. at that point. I get out, run, boom, go to the porta potty. Now here's where I know that God has my back, because the porta potty had just been serviced the night before, dog. So it was clean. There was
How do you know that?
well, because if you're like me and you use the restroom a lot, like, you know, you're in there for a long time. So like porta potties, if you never noticed, they have like a maintenance schedule, like T-chart.
The first thing Danny goes in, opens the door. When's this been serviced?
Well, because like if
He picked up the
wild.
collectible log that you
well,
read
dude,
in the game.
you've gone to a porta potty when it's fresh.
Dan
And it, like,
runs in there.
smells good and
He
shit.
calls a porta potty customer service. Is this good to you?
Hey, whoever Mike is, he did a good job servicing this porta potty.
Give that motherfucker Mike a raise,
but you gotta
he
send
looks
him
the shit
back after
spotless.
me right now.
That's wild.
You know, I think his name was actually Mike. Now that I think about it, but anyways, had been
Did they leave
serviced.
your name on there?
Well, yeah, because you got to put the name of the guy that serviced it and the date. So it was like, I think we were there that day, like on the 6th of March.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like Mike 0305, you know, and I was like, damn, like fresh toilet paper. Like I took the wrap off the toilet paper roll and shit.
Oh,
So,
that's crazy.
so it was like fresh, bro. And obviously he serviced it, I'm guessing, like on a Friday. They didn't work on a Saturday. So whatever, it was like good, you know. And then also too, it wasn't locked because sometimes like I've tried to do that with the other porta potties, but you run over there and like you're like it's about to run down your leg and like you're met by a fucking lock and you can't use it. So this one had no
What
lock.
do you do when
bro.
that happens?
That was a nightmare for door-to-door sales.
Do you know what, dude? It becomes like you kind of have a full blown panic attack, and then you kind of have to regather yourself and like, and then you kind of have to waddle somewhere to like just go because, well, dude, like if you already because sometimes, well, let me say this. I don't want to go too much into this topic. You know, it's kind of we're getting off the deep end here, but like when you feel like you're about to go that bad, and like in your mind you're like telling yourself, I just have to make it here because you know you're gonna be able to like let it go, but then you can't like. You kind of mind fucked yourself to do it already. You
Dude,
know?
everyone
So-
at home is like, talk about sports, talk about food again, please.
Dude, this has to be a universal experience, bro. I'm sure
This
people.
is a competitive sport for Danny. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, fun fact. Very fun
The
fact.
stomach muscle is winning at this war against Danny.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, it was rough. But anyways,
I just hope you don't have to do that when we go see Kanye West in LA.
you know what's so funny? I was actually thinking about that because as we were planning like the hotel we are gonna stay at, I was like, yo, Britt, like, how far is it? And she was like, why? And I'm like, well, because like, I just want to know, like, I want to mentally prepare for the fucking drive from the hotel to the, and because the stadium, like, it's packed in traffic and like, I don't know, like, maybe my tummy hurts, bro. Like, I need to mentally prepare right now for the fucking concert that's gonna happen on April 3rd. And so, yeah,
It's
I mean,
gonna be a huge concert though.
It is gonna
Sorry,
be
to
big.
switch gears a little bit, Kanye West is gonna be crazy. Imagine Kanye West, first time back in LA in years, and he's playing all the.
I think it's
bangers.
his first concert back in the States, no?
It
for like a long
could
time?
be because I know he played a little bit in Mexico. He was gonna play in Fresno a couple
I think
years
he did
ago,
one
right?
he did one in Japan.
He canceled on Fresno.
Yeah,
is that right?
That was a long time ago, though. Yeah,
He was in
went,
Mexico.
I think he did one in Ciudad de Mexico, in Mexico City, in Plaza del Toros.
What's
Which
your
is like an
all-time favorite
iconic one.
Kanye West song? So if he comes out to it and he plays this one, you're just losing your mind. What do you guys think?
Honestly, bro, anything from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, those are all bangers, bro. Those are all certified bangers.
What's my favorite one? What's
I
the
would
one that has
say-
the piano?
You're the one that asked the question. What the heck?
I didn't say I knew. But I know the one that has the piano. That's the hardest one.
Like for me, I would say Devil in a New Dress is like a banger. The piano one, which one? The Let's Have a Toast for the Douchebag. It's Runaway.
Run Away by Kanye West. When he comes out now, I may just grown man cry. That one will cure your childhood trauma if you were born in the 1990s.
Yeah,
easily.
He has a lot of bangers. He's also supposed to come out with a new album too. I think the album drops right before the concert or after the concert.
That's a little scary though, because if you don't like the new album and he plays nothing but the new album.
Yeah, but it's Kanye, dude. Well, like in the Mexico show, he played like a lot of the OG bangers, like some of the stuff that he hasn't played in like a long time. So maybe he gets some throwback Kanye, some vintage Kanye.
The crazy thing is, where we were waiting in line online to buy Kanye West tickets, there were, no joke,
like millions of people
ahead of you. You know how discouraging it is to look at Ticketmaster and it says you are number 1,015,000 in line to buy Kanye West tickets? It is the most nerve-wracking thing you can do when buying tickets. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Well, dude, and then what ended up happening, too, if you guys didn't know, at first it was like a frenzy because obviously Kanye hasn't performed in the States in like God knows how long. So when he announced the tickets, he only had one night at first, which was an April 3rd night. So everybody, like, you go on the queue and it's like hundreds of thousands of people. Like, it literally says there's 603,000 people in front of you in line. That's like crazy to imagine. Like, it's hard to fathom that. But then it kind of eased up a little bit more, too, because then he opened up the second day, which was April 1st. I think it's like a Wednesday or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm excited, dude. Kanye.
You know what's crazy is that all those events are within a certain amount of time frame. So if I look at my calendar, it goes, what does it go? Opening day, San Francisco.
Yep.
Then that's on a Wednesday.
Yep. That weekend, then you go to Yes Chef.
That weekend, hopefully we're going to Yes Chef.
Hopefully we're going, yeah.
That weekend. And then after that, the next month, I believe Kanye, he's on.
Was the week after Yes Chef. The weekend after Yes Chef is Kanye.
Then it's Kanye.
And then that Sunday's Easter.
Back to back to back. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, put that shit on. Put that shit on. What you know about my boy AB, bro? You don't know about my boy AB.
It's crazy. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to. A lot of, on top of the event, just a lot of cool guests to come up too. We have podcasts and episodes we already filmed. We talked a little about in the beginning. They're already going to be crazy, especially for Cinco de Mayo weekend. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say too much else.
That was too much already, bro.
That might have been too much. But it's going to be huge. We have that. We also had a great previous guest. Jenna was on here. We had that. That was a great episode that we had as well. And a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We're going to be filming one this upcoming week with one of the most prominent, best restaurants in Fresno. The
best burrito in town, for sure.
The best tasting Hispanic food in town by far.
Food, bro.
Mexican food, yeah.
Mexican food, bro.
Mexican food.
Put some respect on the green, white, and red, brother.
Yeah. It's good food. It's some of the best food you can have. So we're going to get that upcoming, talking about building that empire. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home, we appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you coming back every single week with us. Promise every single Thursday we're dropping episodes. And we have a lot of stuff in store, a lot of stuff coming. What can they expect besides that?
Honestly, we got so many people lined up. And literally the tier of people that we have lined up is crazy because it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So we thank you so much.
You know, the cool thing now is now we have Mr. Matty on the mic as our manager.
Oh, yeah.
That's been a game changer. This guy, if you don't know, Matt knows every single person, and every single person loves Matt.
This guy's like the ultimate Rizzler, bro.
As soon as we said, Matty, you're the manager of All Aces Podcast, all of a sudden we have tons of bookings lined up.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Let's roll. Yeah, shout out Matty, man. Yeah, he's making it happen for the boys.
So a lot of stuff up and coming. Let us know down in the comments who you want to see. If you want to see a specific guest, whether in the Central Valley, whether it's in L.A., whether it's in San Francisco, Las Vegas, who do you think we should do next? Comment down below. We're going to try our best to get them on the All Aces Pod. Anything else before we sign off?
No, I was going to make a bad joke, man. Let's get out of here before I get us canceled.
What's the joke?
You know what? Some things are better left. I'm learning now. I'm about to be 30 this year. I'm unk status, and I'm learning that some things are better left unsaid. So we're going to wrap it up. Give us put the bow on it, dude.
Agreed. Put the bow on it. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram, of course, at the All Aces Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you at the next one. Peace.